The National Security Advisor was Dasuki, he's from Sokoto. The Chief of Staff was somewhere, one state in the southwest here. The Secretary to Government was from southeast. It gives you a sense of belonging. It makes people feel that this is the seat of government of Nigeria, not seat of government of Northwest. It is the seat of government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is the only place decisions are made that affect the rest of us, not in the ministry. People are given instructions how what to do in the ministry. I want this contract to this person, do this to this person. So, but you come into the seat of government of Lagos State, and if the governor is from Badagry, everybody there is from Badagry. What do you think the rest of the people in Lagos State will be thinking about? So what I'm saying is that there is somebody I used to love so much, the present governor of Edo State. You wouldn't believe, when he was chairman of NLC, I could put down this life because of him. He so defended the workers. But in the past 2 or 3 years, I think it was in this program I was watching you people discussing when he had a running battle with members of APC in his own state assembly. From there to another problem, from there to now his deputy claiming that they want to kill him. And now the coup to remove, I think they have changed, because you know, what they did yesterday is a footnote to impeaching the deputy governor. That's what they are heading to. And the governor will tell you that he doesn't know what is going on there. So how can you build? And he's about to leave power. So what will he say is his legacy? I'm asking, you know, if I had the privilege to meet, what is going to be your legacy? Is it confusion that you're leaving behind? Is that what the youth of Edo State will learn?
Is that something you know that we don't know? That this is about an impeachment?
Yes, I mean, because you asked before yesterday, there was no problem in Edo State House of Assembly. They were all on the same page. But as soon as the deputy governor started running under APC, and he was told not to run, and they knew that there are people who are supporting me in the House, they first decided to remove the people. I'm a politician in this country.
Let me bring this other matter, Chief, because it's something we've seen and it raises a lot of concern because it's trickling down.
Yes.
Politicians, what goes through their mindset? I mean, when you hear that a politician has public funds to the tune of billions in his account, and now we see some tell us that vice chancellors now, some of them, we need to check though, have security votes, voted for them. We understand student union leaders are now talking about having security votes to some of them. And this kind of things, you ask yourself, what kind of thing is going on here? Why do politicians do these kind of things?
You know why it is so painful? Maybe some of you were still in the university at the height of the Ghanaian problem. We're in this country, everywhere you go, Ghanaian artisans everywhere, racially serving, they were cooks, they were everything you can think of. Today, the only thing that makes me weep is to know that Nigerians go to Ghana to read. Nigerians sell their properties and send their children to read in Ghana. We don't even have faith anymore in the schools we have here. We don't even have faith in the schools we have here. When I said that, I talked about parading on earned income, and they are celebrated. Not that they paraded, they are celebrated. They received all the big titles all over the communities.
How did we get there?
The question is, how did we get there? Because everybody is stealing. You know, when we use the word systemic, it was on AIT, I think 2 years ago, I said, if we fail, maybe we might have a Ghana-style violent revolution. God did not only create Nigeria, we're not only the people he created, and he will not allow us to mess. It is so painful that you look at the resources, human and material resources available in this. We can contest any country anywhere in the world. You drop at Heathrow Airport, you see Nigerians very disciplined. As soon as you land at our airport, you see about 30 mobile police scrambling to carry one box or the other. People shunting to take their passports and, you know, go and get people cleared. And you just stand and watch. It's only in this country it happens. It doesn't happen in any other African country. So you see that the breakdown of the system, because when we talk of corruption, people are just taking up corruption about giving and taking money. You have religious corruption, you have political corruption, and the worst is political corruption.
What causes that?
That is, sometimes you could say, because I don't want to believe that Buhari is corrupt. I would believe, I can swear, put my life on the line. But it's naivety, lack of knowledge. You know, if not, why? I don't know. It's a difficult thing for me to figure out, but I believe we have to start to change. Because religious leaders are no more helping us anymore. I think their situation is even worse.
From what you've seen with the younger generation,
Yes.
is there hope?
Yes, they are learning very fast on the negative side of it. We are all becoming what I call nagging nabobs of negativity. Nobody is positive about anything anymore. Once it is not money, nobody is interested. Once it is not money, nobody is interested. Like somebody was asking me, Dan, almost all your party people have left to APC. I said, the day you hear me leave PDP, I have left partisan politics. If not, tell me how you can explain that most of these people you see fund PDP. Either we are state governors for 8 years, we are speakers for 8 years. What is it you're passing on to the young generation as a standard of life? As when we use this word integrity, I don't know whether it means anything to a lot of people. That you have a track record, that you are in a party. I have stayed 16 years to 17 years in PDP. I've never had a board appointment. The only thing that when they require a strong job to be chairman of a panel somewhere to be, they'll call me. Because they know I will say what I say. I put in the governor of Gombe State. I was the chairman of the panel, that Congress that brought him in. I have virtually every zone. I've been chairman of one panel or the other. And you continue to tell people you can live without money. Not without money in the sense of no money, but you can live without stealing. Because I have tried it. It works. I have a roof over my head. I don't need 1 billion to survive in this country. I don't bloody well need 1 billion.
So if that is the case, and if that is the same mantra you share, because there has to be common ground. I mean,
yes.
They say that a lot of the two political parties or political parties' aim is usually the same. It's how is the how that they disagree upon. How do you think, if you're really worried about this, how do you think you can partner with this government to ensure that
methodology,
young people get that message?
Well, you see, young people don't have an access to power, but they will get the message if they see that the practitioners are doing what is right. And the practitioner now is Muhammadu Buhari, whom every Nigerian believes is incorruptible. That's an advantage no leader has ever had in this country. So his next problem will be methodology, which I had explained here. How do you make everybody have a sense of belonging? If you're doing war on corruption, how does it go across? PDP are not the only people stealing. There are a lot of people in his government who are living in mansions. You have to do one or two things to show that you are a Nigerian president, a Nigerian leader, not an APC president. That is why I will never criticize him. Once the election passes, that's his election. We'll start nation building. But I don't think that is what they are doing. That's not what they are doing.
Why do you say so? Because
if this is what they are doing, we won't be where we are today. 1 year is enough time to set out the modalities of nation building. Assuming all we had done in the past was faulty, we would have seen it.
But they say that there's a huge challenge that what the previous government, the PDP, did over 16 years cost this government
Didn't they know that? In this,
no, you
people covered a lot of political before Buhari became the candidate of APC. I was watching, somebody taped where Dr. Ngige, from my state incidentally, was launching Kwankwaso of Kano State. And he said because he was defense minister in PDP, as soon as he became president of Nigeria, 1 week, 1 month, he had finished with Boko Haram. He was feeding it to Nigeria, and many people believed it. Because Buhari was former days, 1 month they had finished, there was nothing they didn't say. If you people play back what Lai Mohammed told Nigerians, not only did they insult the former president, there was nothing they didn't say. Didn't they know the situation was bad? Nobody was living on a different planet. We all in Nigeria knew that was corruption, both at the state and national level.
But isn't it a different ballgame when you are in that seat?
Well, you must have to devise a method of trying to make things work, make things better. That is why people voted for you. The mantra of change means that people believe that you can do better than the people you have removed. But if you start giving the same excuse, then what has changed? What has changed? To be honest, it is easy and possible to stop corruption. We started with the National Assembly. That is part of the problem of Nigeria. They are now above the law. They pay themselves whatever they like. They do whatever they like. I had one of them saying that nobody will tell them whether to buy vehicles or not.
What is the executive supposed to do about that?
You know Buhari, very courageous. If he takes sterner measures, Nigerians will support him. He needs a strong broadcast.
You don't think that is overreaching himself?
No, he cannot overreach him because we are now at
a democratic dispensation.
We are now at a precipice. This country is about to collapse. And I said that you people were not here when the civil war started. You were lucky not to have been born. This is how the Nigerian problem started. In the morning, Gowon will speak English. Ojukwu will reply him. And people were laughing. People were laughing until he started running from one part of this country to the other. Now it's herdsmen we are talking about, and people think it's a joke. I wish I had money in Europe. If people start again, I would run away. But there's no place anybody will run to. And one correct statement Buhari made when he took over as military head of state, that we have no other country to run to but this one. And I want him to put it in practice by stamping his foot, both to his party people and to PDP and to whomsoever that is concerned. We cannot continue with this rate of corruption. It is not possible. It's not going to work. This country will not survive it. And if they don't function well, I will start a revolution in this country. It doesn't matter whether it costs my life. Because the generations coming after us, they have no hope. All they have learned is to steal, to deceive, to be dishonest. We're not training anybody out.
You know, Chief, it looks like almost 80% of what you've said, goes around one man, and that's the president.
Yes.
And it seems as if he's standing alone. How can others?
Because everybody fears him.
How can others?
The advantage is that
I understand. How
we
can others
respect him, we fear him, which is not in the normal dictionary of Nigerians. All he needs now is the courage to go the extra mile. To go the extra mile. Not to shield anybody. He has put in strategic people now in strategic institutions, EFCC, customs, that. He must make sure the Nigeria police changes. That's part of our problem. He must make sure the Nigeria police changes. If they don't change, there's nothing we're going to achieve with everything we're doing.
Chief Ulasi is a former chairman of the PDP in Anambra State. Thank you for coming on this morning.
That's my pleasure.
We'll be back in just a moment. Do stay with us.